Sorry about that, love. My fault. Want my wrist smacking.
Lay off this time. Tell her.
Love. It's not sleeping. It scrambles your brain.
Are you having difficulty coming to a decision?
I lay there all last night. Yes, no. Am I daft to even consider it? Or is it the kick up the backside I need?
Well, your accountant's not worried.
Not his cash. Still, I can't help thinking, risk it, Rita, you daft cow. It might be your last chance to do something different before you dribble into your bath chair. But then again... Good morning, Chuckle Chops. You're going to introduce me to your little friend.
Oh, we're just being silly. We used to do it as kids.
There's no silly about it, love. We could all do with being more like we were before we chucked our illusions out along with our dollies.
Oh, get in touch with the child within you, mean?
Do I?
Oh, well, it's still there inside us. However grown up we like to think we are.
So if I lay on the floor, yell blue murder and kick my legs in the air, Newton and Ridley'll say to me, there, pop it. If you want the pub that bad, you can have it.
They might. Especially if you're wearing them red lace knickers Charlie bought you.
That is a very naughty thought, Miss Woolstonholme. Not a bad one, though. I wonder where they are.
No, you'll not need to pull no stunts for Rita behind you. I wish I had a friend like that.
No. We go way back, me and Reet. Do you know there were brontosauruses roaming Bessie Street when me and Reet first palled up?
Oh. Will she be working here?
Well, it's not her present intention, but she might fancy the odd stint.
Can't see her being a barmaid.
Thought I might as well come in. I couldn't sleep and I'm all of a doodah, you know. Who can't you see being a barmaid?
Pre-wedding jitters hasn't affected your hearing, I see.
What? Rita?
Oh, is she been? Oh, yeah.
She's never been one, has she?
Well, I've never been a newsagent. But I doubt it'd take me 5 years' study and an honours degree to pick it up.
I thought that you were writing him off.
Why should I?
Because he's dumped you. How many more reasons do you want?
It's not in so many words.
He has stood you up twice, right? What do you want him to do? Take out a full-page ad in the Weatherfield Gazette? You're not even serious about him. You just don't want to lose out.
I mean, like you did when Steve chucked you for Queen Victoria. Oh, Fee, I'm sorry. Oh, what the heck. I'll give it one last shot.
Oh, dear. I don't suppose you already knows of any jobs going, you know, at Vermon's.
I thought you'd retired, Vera.
Oh, not for me, not for our Jack. Not that he needs money, mind.
Just something to keep him out at bookies.
Oh, that's not fair, Mrs. Grimes. Everybody has to have an interest, something to get up for in the mornings.
And you certainly do. You won't quit working here and you could give him a few good years.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
So where is he today?
Oh, a bit races. Only 'cause there's nowhere else to go, man. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Those, please.
Hey.
Thanks, mate. Just a fella. Had a cancellation. I can do you the service later if you drop the keys off.
Sorry, mate. I need it. Got a commute to Fallowfield. Crack the whip while the boss is away.
Bet he's not gone to Blackpool.
Close, Barbados.
Baldwin had 3 weeks in Greece earlier. How come we get to bit of dogs' bodies while they live in Clover? I mean, who decides?
Well, not us, that's for sure.
Still, a bloke who's being chased by a young, sexy hairdresser. Things can't be all bad.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about kicking that into touch.
You crazy? Why?
Well, she's a sweet kid, but she's a bit clingy.
I still think you're crazy.
Desmond, if you're in the Rovers tonight, there'll be a drink waiting for you. Compliments of the Wiltons.
Oh, aye. What have I done to deserve that, then?
You've saved us from the neighbours from hell.
I tell you what, mate. I'd sooner have Jack and Vera in my corner than some I could mention.
Oh. Any news about, you know what?
She's still dithering, but I think she's more inclined to go for it than not.
Well, if she does, is she going to want to sell this place?
Well, I suppose that'll depend how involved she gets with the Rovers.
She's not going to want the responsibility of 2 businesses. Not at her age.
Guess what?
Your granddad sent us a belated wedding present, £10,000 cheque, yeah?
Do you ever think of anything but money?
Well, not according to him, no.
Ah, but I know differently, don't I?
Oh, what's this? 6 liras in the workforce?
Oh, all the time. No, I have just been to put a deposit on a flat.
What, you mean the...
No, not that one, but it is in the Keys, seeing as you're so keen to live there. Although I don't know why, there's plenty of other classy developments.
Well, what about the legal stuff? I mean, when do I sign?
Oh, I thought I'd rent it in my name so it's a bit easier.
Rent?
Yes, like I said, I don't want to tie my capital down.
Yeah, aye. What you want, what you don't want. I mean, when do I come into all this, Vicky?
I thought you might be pleased.
To have my life sorted out for me. To be told where I'm gonna live, how I'm gonna live, be given pocket money. Everything on your terms, your decisions, your cash. I mean, what am I, your husband or your flaming pet dog?
Aye, aye. Oh dear. Looks like I picked a bad time, eh?
No, it's just the famous McDonald paddy having its airing.
Nothing serious then, eh?
Oh no, you know, Steve, it'll be over in 10 minutes.
Mm.
Give me about 20 minutes, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Fine. Make a fool of yourself. Just don't keep me awake, sobbing all night when he binge you for the 3rd time.
Some men want the women to do the chasing.
None that I've ever met.
Yours, I believe, found it in his bed. If you've any long-term hopes in that direction, lass, you're wasting your time.
See?
All right then, why, ma?
Well, he's a young lad, and much as I'd like to see him settle down, he's not ready.
Not ready, he's turned 30.
He's not got over his previous upsets. And when that Stephanie turned up on his doorstep with a bun in her oven, well, it brought back old wounds.
Well, I'm not ready to settle down either, Phyllis. I just want to help him through it. What's wrong with that?
What you want, madam, is an engagement ring on your finger. And that's not the case with him. He doesn't want that. Good day to you.
Hi, Phyllis. You asked her, silly old bag.
So, what's she like to work for then?
Oh, very impatient. And she can get really crotchety if things aren't just so. And she...
Likes her own way.
all the time.
Oh, I notice she doesn't mention I'm the sucker that gives jobs to people that nobody else will have, like her. Oh. And you're wasting your time if you're thinking of applying because I don't need no paper lads.
Not over here, over there. The Jungle Drums have it that you might be my new boss.
They do they?
Is it right?
Let's just say the Jungle Drums might be a bit previous. There!
Grab your coat, kid. Have a taxi waiting outside, because the parking's not brilliant round there.
Round where?
The brewery. We've got a meeting with them at past.
Oh, right. Oh, the thing is, I'll have to scrub it, because Mavis has got an urgent dental appointment, wisdom tooth.
It's important, is this, kid?
Yeah, I know, but she's in agony, poor girl. Besides, it's only an exploratory talk to suss out their rock-bottom price. You can handle that, you don't need me.
Well, I suppose not. As long as I know you're still behind me when we get down to brass tacks. Right then, kiddo. Wish us luck. Tell them to be gentle with you, Maeve.
I will. Thank you, Bet. Really, Rita, did you have to drag me into it?
Oh, I'm sorry about that. It was the first thing that come into my head. And you can keep your trap shut and all.
Me? 3 wise monkeys, mate.
Why did you cry off anyway?
Well, maybe I've had second thoughts, okay.
Well, I thought you decided to risk it. You said it was probably your last chance to do something different before you dribble in your bath chair.
She's counting on you, You'll have to tell her one way or
Well,
two.
I realise that.
Well, what are you going to do
I
then?
don't know. And that's a God's honest truth. I don't flaming know.
Look left, look right again.
Hello, Princess. What are you doing here?
Come, there's some dinner.
Oh, yeah, baby, yeah. Well, why aren't you at school?
I had a tummy ache this morning, it's gone now. Can I have roast rabbit? Not like Marcy makes it, he puts this yucky yellow stuff in.
Mustard, eh? Yeah. Well, I think we can manage that. Does your mum know you're here?
She's at work, Martin's minding me.
What does he know, then?
Yeah, he said he'll be glad for some peas.
Ah. Right. 1 Welsh rabbit coming up. No mustard, eh?
Look, I don't know what the trouble is and I don't want to know, okay? But just take some advice from an old married fellow, okay? Get it sorted, all right? Don't let it fester. You understand me?
I mean,
Vicky's a great girl, but sometimes she just does me head in. You know
See
what I mean?
Des?
He said something about working in Fallowfield for a few daes.
Oh, that's what your missus said when I asked at the Bookers.
Oh, aye, you think she's telling you fibs then, do you?
Oh, no, I wanted to be sure.
Right.
Can I have some Sony on brown, please, and a wine spritzer?
Anyway.
Thirsty work, isn't it?
That's what Maureen
Chasing after fellas.
Tell you, it gets worse.
No.
You want to lay your stall out a bit more crafty than that.
Take no notice of her. I've never chased after a fella yet.
Oh, I dare say, but leaving your earrings in their bed isn't exactly plain hard to get.
Do you have to gossip about my private life?
Of course she does. Gossiping's what old women do. That's the only way they get their kicks.
Speak for yourself, Maud Grimes.
All right, no one's seen Sarah Louise, have they, on the travels?
Oh, yeah, going into taxi drivers.
Dons?
There we are, girls. All piping hot.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Marley.
My bonny, flashing bride to be.
Oh, into your soppy article, this fella of mine. Enjoy your hot pot, girls.
Mind the earwigs.
I will.
Finest words in the English language, then.
Mind the earwigs?
No, this fella of mine.
Oh.
If it would help you to come to a decision, well, Derek and I'd be happy to take this place off your hands.
Yeah, you've been doing some forward planning.
No, it was just a thought that Derek said you might like to take into consideration.
Well, I've too many thoughts to take into consideration without adding any more to the list, Mavis. Hello, Alf.
Hey, there's a rumour you might be going into the pub business. Mind you, I only got it from Audrey, so there's probably no tin
Heaven,
it.
is there nobody she hasn't told?
Well, you know my wife when she gets a
I'm
tale.
not talking about Audrey. I'm talking about Bet.
Oh, well, I'm sorry if I spoke out of turn, love. I'm just interested as an old friend.
No, I'm sorry, Alf. It's me who should be apologising. Alf, have you time to come upstairs for a cup of tea?
Me, since I sold that shop and stopped being Mer, I've got no but time. Oh, right.
Steve? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Gopal. No, I'm afraid he isn't here at the moment. I'll tell him you called. Thanks a lot. Bye. I'm sorry. No, honestly,
look, me first, eh?
Oh, I do love it when you're masterful.
I think the flat's a great idea. In fact, I'm chuffed to bits. Which is what I should have said this morning instead of behaving like a spoiled brat.
Well, I should have asked you first instead of behaving like a...
Spoiled brat.
No? Well, maybe.
We're as bad as each other, aren't we?
Makes us perfectly suited, though, wouldn't you say?
Come here, Mrs. MacDonald. So, what's the plan for the future, eh?
How do you mean?
Well, we're going to have some ground rules if we're not going to scrap all the time.
Yeah, but making it was such fun, isn't it?
I'm serious, Vicky. I mean, it doesn't actually do a lot for a guy's self-respect if his wife's pulling all the strings all the time.
Yeah, I know. So what do you suggest?
Well, a joint account wouldn't go amiss.
We've already got one.
Yeah, well, that's for the business. I mean, I'm talking about personal.
Well, that money's the interest from my investments.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's whose it is, what's the problem? I mean, at the moment, it's all yours.
Have I ever denied you anything?
Yeah, well, that's not the point. I mean, how do you think I feel when every time I have to ask you for some money? About this big? Look, if this marriage is going to be a proper partnership, then we can't have one partner more equal than the other, can we?
It's not like you to linger over long lunches.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I'm a bit of a spare part today. Got a stand-in so I could go over to Fallowfield when I get there. So am Amanda.
You can't find yourself something fabulously exciting to do. Not that sitting here isn't fabulously exciting. Just thought you might have other options, that's all. Can't Maxine get the afternoon off?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, like that, is it? Yeah, well, I won't pry. Alma would, but I won't.
She won't pry. Don't believe a word of it, mate. She's got a degree in it.
What a sport. Where's Sarah Lou?
Oh, Don's. Before you say anything, I've not dumped her on him.
How did she get there?
Well, she took herself.
You let her walk across the road on her own?
No, I didn't let her walk across the road on her own. I dozed off for 10 minutes and she took herself over there for some lunch. Do you know something? I think she prefers his Welsh rarebit to mine. Can you believe that?
Yeah, well, he should have brought her straight back.
Well, it wasn't really his fault. She told him it was all right with me.
Lick little madam. Well, I'll have something to say to her when I see her.
Yeah, all right. Just don't be too harsh with him, OK?
Yeah, all right, all right. It's a granddad. I can't stop him seeing her.
I don't think she'd take much notice if you did. She's got a mind of her own, that one. Hey, kids, do love them.
I would, mate.
So, that's it in a nutshell. Well, say summat, Alf, if it's only can you have another custard cream.
Well, love, I think you've got to ask yourself 3 things.
Go on.
Well, first of all, you are a strong woman. Oh. No, it's right. You are. I mean, you've always run your own show. You always made your own decisions. And Bet's the same road.
Are you saying we'd pull in the opposite
No,
direction?
let me finish. First of all, you've got to ask yourself, if that happened, who'd be the boss? Secondly, I mean, if there was a fallout, are you content to lose a long-standing friendship?
Well, there's always a risk,
And
Alf,
thirdly,
innit?
and I think this is the most important thing of all,
Alf, whatever you say won't go beyond these 4 walls, but I need your honest advice.
warts and all.
Warts and all.
Right then, you need to ask yourself, if the Rovers is such a going concern, why does Bet have to come to you to shove the money in?
Because she hasn't any funds of her own.
Exactly, she can't even offer a percentage. Which says to me that either she's come day, go day about money matters, or she's a lousy businesswoman, or the Rovers does not pay its way. Now, any one of those things, you've got a problem. But all 3 together...
It's okay, Al. You don't have to spell it out for me.
Pound 15.50 is 33 and... Can I come in? Sorry about letting you down over the house, Vera.
Yeah, and so you should be.
I just don't want it to come between us.
Between you and our Tommy, you mean?
Well, he's the nearest thing I've got to having one of my own.
I know, lad. And happen it's a blessing in disguise we didn't get number 6.
Oh?
Well, it's all outgoings and no incoming, is it? I mean, no wage coming in every week, just bills coming through letterbox. I'm not pleading poverty, but that windfall of ours, it's not going to last long, is it? I mean, £30,000 these days, it's no, is it? You never thought I'd hear myself say that.
You're right, though.
It's just getting our Jack to see it. He's like a big soft kid let loose in a toffee shop. Mind you, I don't blame him. I mean, he's gone short all his life.
Do you want me to have a word with him?
No. No, it's our problem. Look what you're doing tonight. Let's go in Rovers there. I'll buy you a pint. Show that we're still pals.
No, not tonight, B.
I can still afford a pint, you know, or 2.
No, it's not that. No, got the afternoon off, thought I'll go into town. Pictures, you know. Might as well make some use of it.
Yeah, you do right. Happen there'll be a nice young girl in next seat that you can share a tub of popcorn with. Hey, what could happen?
Yeah. In that case, I'll skip the popcorn. I've got enough women problems. I'll see you, V.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
No need to run, I don't bite.
Who's running?
You are, from me. I know what's behind it.
Oh, yeah?
The other night was a mistake. You're still an emotional mess and you're not ready for a heavy relationship, right?
More or less. Rather more than less.
Don't be embarrassed, because that's fine with me.
What?
I'm not ready for a heavy relationship either. Which you'd have found out if you'd bothered to ask.
Yeah, I could hardly...
Des, I'm like you, I want some fun. Well, we did have fun the other night, didn't we?
Can't argue with that.
Right. Pick me up at 7 then.
What, tonight?
Why give up on a good thing? We both know where we stand, no strings, no commitments. What we got to lose.
Nothing, I suppose.
Right. See you at 7.
You look a bit down it, Nooks, lad. Lady Bren been giving you a headache, has she?
What, Josie?
Nah.
Lassie, she's about the only one who doesn't these days.
They say, you know, that punters like to talk over the troubles with a sympathetic barmaid. I don't know whether it applies to barmen, though.
You haven't got the cleavage for it, mate. So what a note. I've just had a load of aggro from my daughter-in-law. I can't do right for doing wrong these days.
Oh, you're back.
Well spotted.
So, what's happened?
All in good time, Petal, all in good time.
Well, are you buying it? Did you agree a price?
All I will say is that the outcome was satisfactory. It's only proper I put my business partner in the picture first.
Well, don't snap at me. I'm only trying to help.
Look, can we talk about something else?
Like what?
Anything. Arthur, the wandering home. Next time he gets in touch, ask him does he want a travelling companion. I'd even wear one of them pointy hats.
We've cracked it, kid. They've come down £2,000.
You mean they only want £66,000 now?
It's the first for them. Newton and Ridley never barter. It's a well-known fact.
Look, can we discuss this upstairs?
We'll crack this open while we're at it to celebrate. I'll fetch you a glass down, Maeve. How's the tooth, love?
Look, don't you think you're jumping the guns a bit, Bet?
Well, I know now it's signed and sealed yet, but it's as good as.
Not as far as I'm concerned.
What?
I've had the world and his wife in here today telling me what I'm going to be doing before I know what I'm going to be doing myself. I don't appreciate that.
Well, what's the big secret? You'd already said you'd back me.
I said I'd think about it, and I have. I'm sorry, Bet. It's not on.
You dropping out?
I made no promises.
You let me go to the brewery and make a total fool of myself.
I asked you to wait until I had a proper chance to look at the figures.
I've got the books over the road.
I've done all the sums I need.
Oh, aye? Mrs. High and Mighty all of a sudden.
Which is more than could be said for you.
Excuse me. I've run that flaming pub on my Todd for years.
Yes, and not made a penny from it. Well, have you? Unless you're keeping something from me.
Are you saying that I'm lying? That you think I've got thousands of pounds
don't
stashed
talk
away?
daft.
Is that it? I only wish to God I had. You can see my statements if you want. What is this, Rita? What's going on?
Look, you're wanting me to put up thousands of pounds. I'm entitled to ask you why you haven't any savings if this pub of yours is such a wonderful business proposition.
Don't you come the high and mighty with me, lady. You'd not be stood there with a bulging bank balance if you hadn't flaming married it.
Yes.
Why don't you go...
Len left me a tatty little shop. But it was me who worked my guts out over there. Me that opened this place.
It was
and
Len's
built this
cash
up.
what got you started. But for him, you'd have been nowt but a clapped-out chorus girl.
Better than a clapped-out barmaid.
Talk about fair weather pals. I should have known better than turn to you.
Nobody pours thousands of pounds down the drain, no matter how good pals they are.
Pals! Pals! You don't know the meaning of the word.
I'm sorry.
But you won't change your mind.
No.
Then I'm the one that's sorry, cock.